Today, going over to the political part podcast, you have Hyundai no longer ship to their performance vehicles due to the European Union mandates. Yet another reason where you might not be very interested in politics, but politics is very much interested in you. This is also a heartbreaker because, of course, internal combustion engines are the only true way to actually drive a vehicle and have one with 3 pedals, also known as a manual transmission, also known as the only fun way to truly enjoy a vehicle. Well, at least for me. I would argue if you haven't tried it out, go out and buy one of those cars now before it's too late. And some people say it's a lot of work. It is, but I can't help but smile ear to ear when I do drive my little Honda Civic outside with the stick shift. Might not be much, but it makes me smile every time I shift. And to me, it's worth the price. Now, this is specifically to the Hyundai. They're killing all of their end gasoline performance vehicles in Europe. And type of company that has come leaps and bounds in the past couple decades, Kia Hyundai has really, as the youth might say, is killing it. Partially thanks to German engineering and executives who they actually moved away from Volkswagen and Porsche. They actually went from there and they started to work there. Spoiler alert, that's why a lot of the Kia Hyundais modern have increased their quality exponentially and also kind of look a little bit German on the interiors especially. And they've come leaps and bounds. They still have one of the best warranties in the automotive industry. And they still make some cool hot hatches with 3 pedals and a manual transmission and an ICE engine, as every car should be by default. But that's just me. Although, granted, I think you should be able to have the freedom to choose whatever you want in terms of, do you want an EV? Fine. Do you want hydrogen? Fine. Do you want an internal combustion? Fine. And yet, the government is destroying them left and right. This is actually the same reason why the iconic Volkswagen Golf GTI with a stick shift was killed in Europe. And truth be told, we're not getting it either. It is dead completely. One of the best hot hatches in history killed because of government intervention and government mandates. So they want to destroy the automotive community, destroy your option to drive that vehicle. Interestingly enough, over in China, they're building 10 to 20 more coal plants this year. They're ramping up production exponentially of their energy because, again, cheap energy is the key to fueling a society and growing a society. And, yeah, no one bats an eye at what China's doing, but rules for thee, but not for ye. Or wait, is that Kanye West that says that? Ye? Nevertheless, going to the specific articles, this comes to us thanks to Motor1.com, which A+ Marketing, they're talking about motors, know exactly what they're all about. And the writer is Adrian Pantanau, and he says, quote, pour out one for Hyundai's gasoline fun cars in Europe. In a statement made to Motor One Deutschland, a spokesman for the company's German division confirmed the production of N models that feed gasoline on the old continent will end during the first half of 2024. It affects the i20N, the i30N, and the lesser known i30N Fastback, all to be axed. And truth be told, they have some pretty cool styling too. And yet another reason to get out and vote appropriately. Because, again, if you like manual transmissions, if you like these vehicles, remember where you are globally, write to your politicians, go to Hobby Lobby, spend a couple bucks on some poster board, get out there and appropriately and peacefully protest. Let them know, because for a lot of politicians, it's a numbers game. You know, what's the majority of the constituents thinking? Now, a lot of people are also saying, well, is this the government wanting to take away your ability to choose your freedom? Well, yeah, that's also true, too. Can't help but notice that electric vehicles are also very easy to hack, hijack, and control remotely. So if you don't have the right credit score, maybe you just aren't allowed to drive today. That's not out of the realm of possibility considering how much you can control a car remotely and how we've seen social credit scores rolled out in other countries. So I can't help but see all the parallels between 1984, the most iconic book, written brilliantly by George Orwell, and kind of a little sad when I see so many of those parallels coming to life, and in some places, some instances, actually worse in real life than the book. But yet another reason the European Union killing these awesome pieces of automotive technology and awesome driving enthusiast vehicles. So again, the European Union continues to disappoint. Let me know in the comments, are you going to miss these type of vehicles? Are you part of the 1% to 2% of the global drivers who still believe in the stick shift and having, you know, a little bit extra fun in your driving? Or do you think the government is right because maybe that 1 or 2 extra vehicles would just destroy the environment? Even though, again, one coal plant in China will I can't help but see the tremendous disproportionate amount of impact it would have on a couple cars versus China's electric grid. But that's just me. Of course, let me know in the comments. I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. And again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment to give me some additional feedback so I can learn how to make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.